Alright. So, here is my tour of the apartment. I'm going to give you a quick tour. I'm going to go really fast because this has a lot of megabytes and that's something that my Korean internet does not have. Yeah, here is the front door, which opens electronically, and it has a keypad outside, so I don't even need a key, just leave the house without a key, which is pretty amazing. Here is my thermostat. That operates on like a Dungeons and Dragons based system. So you press a button, and then there's like a little dice roll that you don't see. It's like an algorithm, and then something random happens. So that's exciting. And then I've got my ramen for tonight, which has some spicy chili. So that's probably going to blow my balls off later. What else? Got this hand thing from the dollar store. Which is probably the reason why it's cheap, because you can't get this off. So if you're a fan of doing that very tiny movement and not the whole big movement, you're in luck. Here is some Korean coins, which are in there because basically Korean coins are worth so little. I mean, these little ones are worth less than a penny. And you know, I dropped one on the floor earlier and I was a bit annoyed with it because it meant that I have to burn some calories to bend down and pick it up. Here's where the Netflix happens, on my two laptops, and this is a very, very artificial bed cover, which is lovely and makes the place look like a 1970s Playboy mansion room. Over there are some plugs which try to kill me every time that I use them. There is my excessively expensive Coke Zero. Again, really artificial, so if you're a fan of stuff that doesn't feel natural, that's good. But I do have cotton things that I had the foresight to bring over. So those are lovely, and I try to roll up into a ball and just sleep on that and have the other one cover me. Here's my retro TV, but that's okay because everything's standard definition, and we all know that standard definition looks better on a CRT TV. And it has the English Premier League, so I don't need to pay Rupert Murdoch, which is excellent. And then here I have my air conditioning unit, which leaks from there, but I'm not going to have to worry about that for another kind of like 4 or 5 months, so that's alright. But all down here is kind of a little bit wet underneath, so I've got that, which is soaking up the moisture. And the whole place kind of at first kind of smelled of mould, but now it doesn't, because I got that, and I got this. And so when I walk in, I go, gah, gah, and then that hits me, and then that hits me, and I'm high. I'm just high straight away. So it doesn't really matter. So that's all cool. And then you come into here, and you go, oh, wow, it's a bathroom. And then you walk in, and you go, oh, where's the shower? Oh, there's the shower. The shower is there. And you turn it on there, and it kind of has really good water pressure, but it's not up there, so you know, you kind of have to put it all over yourself. Here's a plug, which, again, roll a dice, a lot of Dungeons and Dragons stuff in Korea, and roll a dice, and this may kill you or may not kill you. Electricity jumps, remember that, kids. There is no breeze whatsoever, so having this open is about as much use as a chocolate fire guard, because this is all still damp from this morning. This has been open all day. Nothing ever dries in Korea because everything's built of concrete and there's nothing to breathe, so it's just, if you're a fan of wet, come to Korea. So yeah, this is my desk, which I don't use ever. I'm going really fast because this uses up a lot of megabytes. This is my desk. I don't use it yet. I've not sat here yet, but I'm sure at some point I will do. I think I've already said that. Here's my bins. The bins here, old people collect them. Old people work as bin men, but you have to get bin bags that are taxed by the government or something, which I haven't quite figured out where they are yet. Here is my explosion machine, which may or may not kill me. You turn it on there, you turn that on, kind of initial explosion, and then fire. This is my kettle, which I got mainly because it looked like that. Here's a bonbon, which is almost certainly not a bonbon. It says Blanco, which I assume is chocolate, so it's probably not a bonbon that I know. Water, that works. We've got our Kellogg's Crunchy Almond, which is pretty good. I'm not going to lie, it is pretty good. But, you know, it's a bit heavy. Here is my freezer, which I have nothing in. Here is my fridge, which has nothing but sugar, which is Sprite, and the British style Schweppes. The British style, the British style, the British style. So, you know, you feel like James Bond when you have a Schweppes. Here's the rest of the stuff that's supposed to go in there, but I cannot figure out for the life of me how to get it in. If you held a gun to my head and said, I'm going to pull the trigger unless you put it in, I'd just go, you know what, it's been a good run, it's been a good 25.5 years, so yeah, just pull the trigger. Here is my drying rack, which is kind of alright because I have this window open all the time, and this is kind of all dry from last night, so that's pretty cool. Here is my ironing board, which you do on the floor, so if you're a fan of ironing on your knees, and let's face it, who isn't? That's good. There's a toilet paper, which is the most like the toilet paper that I could find in the UK, i.e. doesn't kind of shred when you kind of look at it. Crash helmet that my former teacher who I've taken over from has left. I have no current use for it, but I imagine it may be useful at some point. My washing machine, which is rubbish, because it just goes then dumps all its water into here, and you're like, oh my god, we've got a leak, and then you go, oh no, we've got a drain, it's fine. And then you have got all these, which I would be using, however the bar that goes across is broken in my wardrobe, so that's cool. Here's some stuff that I almost got drain cleaner, but somehow looked out and bought this. And now we're going to go outside and not shout. But yeah, I mean, this is my view outside. Quite a lot of dust came out then, that was disconcerting. And then you go, wow, this is South Korea. How the hell did I end up in South Korea? What is going on? What is actually going on? I live in South Korea. Mental. Boom. Okay, and then I had a lot of dust. That can't be good for me. Carcinogenics. But that's pretty much it. I've been told that this is quite large for a Korean apartment, which I am more than happy with. It's really good. Like I say, I'm high from all the fumes, so that's good. My lungs are, you know, having a field day. And apart from that, yeah, it's all good. You know, got mood lighting, so when we turn off that light, you go, oh wow, that's kind of okay, and you sit there and you watch Netflix or whatever, and that's all cool. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is my Korean apartment tour extravaganza. Let's hope that this is under 300 megabytes, otherwise we're doing it again. Way!